Hello and welcome to our Southeast Region Focus on Newsroom series today. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for joining us. First, our top stories. And the Lagos High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square has convicted and sentenced to death a bus rapid BRT driver, Andrew Nice, for the murder of the 22-year-old fashion designer Bamiche Anyanwola. In a judgment that lasted over 2.5 hours, Justice Sherifat Shonaike held that the prosecution, the Lagos State government, had successfully proved beyond reasonable doubt that the defendants committed the offense. Even though there was no direct eyewitness account to the incident, the court relied on a series of circumstantial evidence. The evidence of the pathologist, the dying declaration of the victim, all of which the judge held pointed solely to the defendant as the last person to see her before her death on February 26, 2022. The court also convicted the defendant for the rape of a 29-year-old lady, Nneka Mary Jane Ozezulu, on November the 25th, 2021, which happened obviously without her consent. The court noted that the defendant had a history of raping female passengers in his BRT bus, as submitted by the extrajudicial statements of two victims of his crime. The testimony of one of them, Nneka Mary Jane, and when combined with the terrifying voice note sent out by Bamiche Anyanwola just before she died, showed she did not consent to sexual intercourse with the defendant. The court held that medical reports did not show that the action of rape was concluded. The court also discharged the defendants on the offense of conspiracy, insisting that the prosecution had not proven the same. Now, a witness of the federal government has admitted that no weapon of terrorism or violence was recovered from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, during his arrest on October the 15th, 2015 in Lagos. The witness, who is an operative of the Department of State Services and codenamed Pwa, also informed the court that no arms of public disturbance was recovered from the lady arrested, along with Mr. Kanu. Now, during cross-examination conducted by Kanu's lawyer, Kanu Agabi, the witness said that all the items recovered in the hotel room were personal properties of the Biafra nation agitator. He, however, said that the received items may not be ordinarily offensive, but the intent of the defendant may be something else. In the 10 years that the items were impounded, he admitted the property may have lost their value and become of no use. He further explained that he did not bring anybody before Kanu to confront him on the issue of terrorism. The witness also admitted that Mr. Kanu's statement was obtained without the presence of his lawyer, and that statements were not obtained from other persons. A group of Port Harcourt-based lawyers have come out in support of the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State and the suspension from office of Governor Similaye Fubara. Speaking during a press briefing in Port Harcourt and under the aegis of Lawyers in Defense of Justice and the Rule of Law, the group's convener failed the recent protest by the president of some lawyers to the U.S. Embassy in Abuja. He further traced the history of such prior declarations, noting that the suspending elected officials is normal as a practice and that since the National Assembly has always adopted the proclamation, then it's legally binding.
In any sovereign state, national security supersedes any individual rights or interest, including fundamental rights. Subsections 1 and 2 of Section 305 of the Constitution lay out the procedure for declaring state of emergency. The President shall issue a gazetted proclamation. He shall transmit the proclamation to the National Assembly, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. In the case of Rivers State, the President fulfilled both requirements, and the National Assembly duly endorsed the proclamation. There has been no breach of constitutional procedure in this instance. Suspension is inherent to the concept of a state of emergency. The entire purpose of such a proclamation is to suspend normalcy and constitutional procedures, allowing for extraordinary measures necessary to contain the threat and restore order. We therefore fault the protest by our colleagues who protested at the U.S. Embassy. We note that such protest was embarked upon without due consideration of the facts and law relating to the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. We state categorically that the suspension of Governor Similaye Fubara does not amount to removal. Suspension is a temporary administrative action. Removal of a governor is a separate process governed by Section 188 of the Constitution. In this case, the governor was not removed from office, but merely suspended pending the resolution of threats to public safety. Once peace is restored, the governor resumes his duties.
And now in the southeast, the mayor of Anambra local government area, Mr. Romi Bikwe, in line with the Health for All initiative of the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo, has enrolled 1,000 beneficiaries into the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme, ASHIA. Now, this is to ensure access to quality health care for the indigenous people and resident persons in the council area.
The administration of Professor Chukwuma Soludo runs on the mantra of leaving no one or sector behind. This covers infrastructure, education, technology, healthcare, among others. And the latest is the state's health insurance registration of 1,000 persons in Anambra local government area, led by the council chairman.
Health is an essential thing in our life. That is one of the essence that made us to bring this initiative of giving health insurance to Nnamdi local government, which we targeted 1,000 persons in Nnamdi local government, including the old women, the old men, the youths, because health is wealth. And appealing to all of us to make use of this opportunity. After the registration, they will give you a card. That card being given to you. Whether you are suffering from any sickness, visit hospital around you and obtain your treatment.
As it is now with this insurance initiative, our pregnant women can access free antenatals, free health care, this time around, not only in the government hospitals, but also within other hospitals like the St. Cletus hospitals that the health insurance is partnering with.
An official of the Anambra State Health Care Insurance Agency explains the modalities of the scheme and its benefits, while the Chief Executive Officer of the partnering hospital appeals to public-spirited individuals to be part of saving lives in the state.
Many of these roadside carriers have killed many people because of inexperience. So the scheme was established so that whenever you feel headache is not a disease, it's not a sickness, it's a symptom. You go to hospital to know the cause of that headache. Under Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, your lab malaria test, typhoid test, weather test, they are free of charge. You don't have to pay 1 naira, Asia will pay for you.
I will encourage everybody that is capable to come back and let's fix the state. Let's do what we need to do to help people that are less privileged and all the rest of it.
Others highlight the far-reaching impact of healthcare delivery, especially at the local government level.
Our governor is doing well. It's making everything easy for us, for this health. I love it and I like it so much.
This needed intervention will give the people in the rural area, across demographic and many others, access to free healthcare services, and indeed, nothing could be more impactful.
In Abia State, Governor Alex Otti has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to partnering with an Israeli agricultural expert and investors in developing the state's agriculture sector and boosting the economy, saying areas of fish production and vegetables are a good place to start. Speaking during a visit of a delegation of the Israeli Agricultural Investment Company, he expressed willingness to provide land to the investor to boost productivity. The visit commenced with a presentation and a roundtable discussion with the governors of Abia State, Dr. Alex Otti, and some members of his cabinet. He said the provision of land could be the government's equity in the investment opportunities, exploring areas of collaboration to improve food security and technology.
We are very friendly to business because we are business oriented and our people are business people. We're deliberate and intentional in supporting the outcomes that we intend to see. So the PPP model works. Land belongs to government everywhere. So if you require land, of course we will work and provide land for you. Because we also involved, we will make it such that even if you have to pay anything, it will be insignificant. But as a model, the provision of land can also be our own equity to the project, and then you come with technical expertise, and you of course come with capital and come with technology.
As everybody knows, agriculture is food, and food is life. So we are very, very happy to be here, and we know that Abia State has great potential to produce anything, whether it's crops or fish or eggs or chickens or anything that is food. And we at Onida, as a company who has been actively involved.
Also in Abia State, where the government is reaffirming its commitment to prioritize the welfare of workers, pledging to sustain efforts aimed at ensuring they earn for their contributions to the growth of the economy. Addressing a large gathering of workers during the 2025 May Day celebration at the Umahia Township Stadium, Dr. Alex Oti announced the approval of a new salary structure for health workers across the state's public health institutions, saying it's marked, or rather made, a significant step in his administration's broader push to overhaul a long-neglected healthcare system. The governor encouraged workers to remain hopeful, adding that in the past 23 months he had committed sums in excess of 30 billion naira to offset arrears, and even more is to come.
We have even introduced higher wages for employees in critical development sector. Just this week, I approved a new pay structure for employees of the state government working in the health sector. The new standard puts them on the same compensation bracket with their counterparts in federal establishment. This week, I also gave approval for the recruitment of 771 health workers. For 23 months, we have committed sums in excess of 30 billion naira to offset arrears, and we are still not done.
You're watching Newsroom series. Coming up, in Imo State, welfare packages for workers. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Workers in Imo State may soon be reaping more dividends of the shared prosperity of the administration of Governor Hope Uzodinma, as he assures them of better welfare packages, especially for teachers and medical personnel. He made the commitment during the 2025 Workers' Day celebration held at the Nnamdi Kanu Square in Owerri, the Imo State capital.
It's a beehive of activities at the Nnamdi Kanu Square in Owerri, the Imo State capital, as Imo workers adorned in colorful attires and a strong sense of solidarity present to witness the 2025 Workers' Day celebrations. The civil servants in their numbers march with their banners. In his speech, the Imo State NLC chairman, Comrade Uche Chigemezu, applauds the government's efforts so far, but didn't hold back on presenting a wish list on behalf of the workforce.
We are using this team this year to advocate for a much better working condition for every average worker in the face of the economic hardship facing them on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, including yearly basis. We therefore appeal to the political class in reclaiming the right to social security, right to safe and healthy working condition, right to fair wage and equal remuneration for workers for equal value through which every worker can reclaim freely on the basis of equality of opportunity their fair share of the wealth that they have helped to generate.
Then Governor Hope Uzodinma, in his address, says a new and improved salary structure is on the way, specifically for teachers and medical personnel in the state. He reiterates the commitment of his administration in prioritizing the welfare of workers.
For a special salary structure for teachers and medical personnel, we intend to attract the best hands in these sectors because we understand the critical role they play in shaping our future.
On the new health insurance policy of the state government, the governor commends the Imo State House of Assembly for the recent passage of a bill aimed at enhancing health insurance access for both workers and residents across the state.
The Imo State Hospital Management Board law was a product of military decree in 1978. And up till now, given the current realities, it has not been amended. I want to thank Imo State House of Assembly for repealing that law and creating a new law that will drive Medicare in Imo State, and giving the huge amount of money required for an efficient medical system, government alone will not be able to fund it.
With political will and continued dialogue with labor leaders, the welfare of Imo workers may finally be entering a new chapter.
With the objective of keeping all federal roads in good shape, the Federal Road Maintenance Agency has begun reinstatement of washouts around the bridge location along the Enugu-Abakaliki Road in Ebonyi State. The Federal Road Maintenance Agency engineer in Ebonyi State, Akinyemi Ojo, noted that the washout occurred as a result of heavy flooding causing a big hole around the bridge, posing a danger to road users.
This is Enugu-Abakaliki Road in Ebonyi State, where a serious washout occurred at kilometer 8+500 on the bridge portion along the expressway arising from the heavy floods which took place last year, October. The flood, which eroded the abutments of the bridge, created a big hole on the carriageway, posing danger to road users. The engineer at the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency in Ebonyi State, Mr. Akinyemi Ojo, explains the reason for the delay in the execution of the maintenance work at the time the washout occurred.
We were unable to attend to it last year because the water level was high. So we waited till when the water level resets this year before the new rainy season begins, so that we can excavate to the proper depths in which the water will not erode the new structures, the retaining wall we put in place to salvage the situation.
Following directives from the Managing Director of FIRMA, Mr. Chukwuemeka Agbasi, the agency has commenced emergency reinstatement of washout along the road and repairs around the one-span bridge location.
Talking to you now, we have, to the glory of God, we've reinstated the washout, and it's motorable now and safe for road users. So that's what we've done.
With repairs concluded, the Enugu-Abakaliki Road is now in good condition and safe for road users.
The Labour Party has set up a disciplinary committee to investigate complaints of indiscipline against Alex Ochi, the governor of Abia State, and other erring members. Barrister Julius Abure, who is briefing the press after its National Executive Council meeting also commended the Supreme Court judgment on the party leadership question, which, according to him, sets a record on the matter, or rather sets the record straight on the matter. He also says the NEC, while commending the National Working Committee under his leadership, agreed that the party will not be party to any coalition or merger towards the 2027 general elections, as it will not surrender the leadership under any guise. Members of the disciplinary committee, which is headed by Mr. Ayo Olorunfemi, also has Farouk Ibrahim, Kende Dudu Manuga, and Callistus Ihejagwa as members. The committee has 2 weeks to submit its report on the Abia State Governor. The people of Agwata local government area have given the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the thumbs up and urged massive support for his second term in office. Stakeholders arrived at the conclusion after a tour of various projects undertaken by the governor in Awka and Ekwulobia. According to the leader of the team and a reserved businessman, he appreciates previous governors Anambra has had for their performances, but also states that Professor Chukwuma Soludo's performance is outstanding and all within a 3-year period.
A delegation from Agwata local government area, where Governor Chukwuma Soludo comes from, storms the new government house, Awka, to ascertain all they have been hearing in the news about their son's transformational governance. They are led by a known elder and reserved businessman, Chief Joseph Isiokafo, and they are received by the State Commissioner for Works, Mr. Ifeanyi Okoma, on behalf of the governor. Expressing overwhelming satisfaction with the performance of Governor Chukwuma Soludo as they toured the new government house, which they commend as transformative projects, the team leader, Mr. Joseph Isiokafo, says it's a jinx-breaking achievement as the state government house, which previous administrations could not handle for over 3 decades, has been completed under Governor Soludo's leadership within 3 years in office. The inspection team also hails the Fun City project in Awka, which they describe as a world-class tourist destination with the potential to generate significant revenue for the state. While the Commissioner for Works gives explanations to the different sections in the Fun City, the Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Mr. Don Onyenji, says the governor has made the best leisure provision for the Anambra people.
There is no country club in Anambra, just like the ones of Ikoyi Country Club among others. So we've done one, you've seen one. Thereafter, you have a lot of parking area that contains about 500 parking vehicles. Then you have a driver's lounge. Thereafter, thereafter, you now go into the arcade, the games arcade, which we call family fun building. There, you have different kinds of games. The game arcade for the children. You have even bowling alley, among other things, with restaurants. And then what we call digital museum.
This place showcases Anambra to the world. So we are part and among the league of states around the world, anybody who is a tourist can talk about visiting. This Solution Fund City is offering varieties in just one location, as the Commissioner for Works said. Children, the families, the men, the ladies, the youth, everybody has a share here. And then on the other side of it is the city stadium. So you find out that Anambra State is not just the signature, but the destination.
The stakeholders marvel at several major projects in Ekwulobia, including the construction of the Ekwulobia flyover, the first of its kind in Anambra South Senatorial District, the ongoing construction of a new bus terminal, and the ongoing control works at the Umuchiana Gully erosion site. And for all these achievements, the Agwata people say they will reward him with another opportunity to serve.
And that's it on Newsroom series today. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.